G'day, my name's Gavin Hanrahan. I'm a litigation solicitor, and today I'm going to talk to you about total and permanent disability insurance, commonly referred to as TPD insurance. In broad terms, there are two types of TPD insurance: own occupation and any occupation. If you take out an own occupation policy, it kicks in when you're unable to work again in your nominated own occupation. If you take out an any occupation policy, it only kicks in when you're unable to ever work again in any job suited to you, given your education, training or experience. An own occupation policy will cost you more, but is easier to claim on than an any occupation policy. How do you claim? Well, here's a step-by-step process to follow. You contact the insurer and request a TPD claim form. The form will look something like this. The first few pages of these forms are usually about your personal details to be filled in by you. Such things as name, address, illness or injury, occupation, etc. The next part of the form is designed for your doctor to fill in. It's either a medical certificate or a medical report. Have your doctor fill in that section of the form. Once the form is completed, send the form back to the insurer. The insurer probably will arrange for you to be assessed by one of their doctors. The insurer will write to you to let you know the details of the assessment. And if for some reason the date or time doesn't suit you, just contact the insurer, let them know, and I'm confident they will make fresh arrangements for you. Once the insurer receives the report from its doctor, it should decide your claim soon thereafter. If it accepts your claim, then all is good. If it doesn't, and it should have, based on the medical evidence, then it has breached its contract with you, entitling you to commence legal proceedings against the insurer. Sometimes the insurer won't get back to you in a reasonable time. I suggest allowing about 3 months. If it doesn't get back to you, and it should have accepted your claim based on the evidence, then it has breached its contract with you, and this also entitles you to commence legal proceedings against the insurer. What are the legal avenues for you pursuing the insurer? If your TPD is within your superannuation fund, then there are two. The Australian Financial Complaints Authority, AFCA, and court. If your TPD is not within your superannuation fund, then court is the only option. So if AFCA is an option for you, I recommend you lodge a complaint with it, and it will determine your complaint. The complaint must be lodged within 2 years of the insurer's determination. And although you may benefit from legal representation before AFCA, it is not a requirement. And if you stuff up your complaint, it's not the end of the world because you still have the court option. The AFCA determination binds the insurer, but it does not bind you. If you are dissatisfied with the AFCA determination, you can choose the court option. That covers off on the first option. And remember, it's only available to you if your TPD is within your superannuation. If your TPD is not within your superannuation, then court is your only option. So the court option requires legal proceedings to be commenced within 6 years of the insurer's determination. Just like with an AFCA complaint, you can represent yourself in court. However, I do not recommend anyone do so. The court is bound by the rules of evidence, which are complex and difficult to navigate, but they are the bread and butter of litigation lawyers. What sort of evidence will you need to establish a claim? Well, as in most injury and illness related proceedings, the principal evidence supporting your claim will be your testimony about your circumstances and how the injury or illness affects you. There will also be reports and clinical notes from your treating medical practitioners and reports from any independent medical specialists engaged to provide an opinion about your disability and your incapacity for work. So that's a summary of how TPD claims work. I hope you found it useful. But if you've got any questions, please don't hesitate to contact me.